your right hand, ma'am. State your name.
Bailey Hawkins.
Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Bailey, how are you today?
I'm here.
Can you tell us your name?
Bailey Hawkins.
Okay. Can you tell us where you live? What city do you live in?
Blountville, Tennessee.
And how long have you lived in Tennessee?
I moved to Tennessee in 5th grade, so about a little over 10 years.
Okay. And when you moved to Tennessee, what school did you go to?
I went to Holston Elementary School.
Okay. And do you know the defendant, Megan Boswell?
Yes.
How do you know her?
We went to school together when I moved to Tennessee. She was like basically the first friend that I made
Okay.
in elementary school.
Okay. So would that have been around 5th grade?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you maintain that friendship from 5th grade on?
Yeah, we pretty much stayed in contact because we had like classes together and everything, and we're in school together. She moved around a lot, so we would fall in and out of contact here and there, but we pretty much stayed friends the entire time.
Okay. Do you recall when Megan was pregnant with Evelyn?
Yes.
Were you still friends during that time?
She invited me over to Evelyn's baby shower, so we were friends, and then she invited me to her baby shower.
Okay. And were you able to go to the baby shower?
No.
Okay. Did you continue to maintain that friendship after Evelyn was born?
Yeah, that's pretty much when we became in contact more and started like seeing each other more.
Okay. Can you tell us, when you say seeing each other more, how often do you think you were seeing Megan and Evelyn?
It was pretty regularly. I'd say once or twice a week, probably.
Okay. And when you saw Megan, would she always have Evelyn with her?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever, and I'm going to give you a time frame from Thanksgiving of 2019, prior to that time, did you ever see Megan without Evelyn?
No.
Okay. Did you ever know for Megan to leave Evelyn with anyone else before Thanksgiving of 2019?
Every now and again she'd talk about leaving her with the grandma, but every time we hung out, she would always have Evelyn.
Okay. And do you remember the last time that you saw Evelyn yourself in person?
I can't remember exact dates because we hung out so often, but the last time that I recall is when we went to Speedway and Lights.
Okay. And did Evelyn go with you?
Yes.
Okay.
May we approach? This is the same.
Okay, Bailey, you just stated that you recalled going to Speedway and Lights with Evelyn and Megan. Is that right?
Yes.
And do you recall how many times you went?
We went twice.
Okay. And were Megan and Evelyn there both times?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you said you don't recall the date?
They were in November.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely November.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you recall when Megan started her new job?
That was in December. I want to say it was beginning of December.
Okay. And do you know where she was starting to work?
Hunter T's Chicken Shack.
Okay. And did you ask her, did she tell you who was going to be watching Evelyn during the time that she was working at the Chicken Shack?
Her grandma.
Okay. And did you have knowledge as to what kind of hours that she was working at the Chicken Shack?
It seems like she was pretty much always there. It was like from like open to close,
Okay.
long hours.
Okay. Bailey, I'm going to pass you a document. If you can, try to keep it in order, but just look through it and see if you recognize it.
Yeah, I do recognize
You
them.
do recognize that? Can you tell me, without going into what the context is, can you tell me what that is?
It's text messages between me and Megan.
Okay. And for what date?
December 5th,
Of what year?
2019.
Okay. And is that a fair and accurate depiction of your conversation with Megan Boswell on December 5th of 2019?
Yeah.
Okay. Your Honor, we'd ask that be admitted as the next exhibit, number 69.
Yes, sir. Before exhibit 69.
I'm sorry, 70.
70.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's 69? Sorry about that. Permission to publish, Your Honor. Bailey, I'm going to show you each one page by page, okay? We're just going to go in order. Okay. This first message, who is the first individual to speak on this message?
Megan.
Okay, what does she say to you?
Hey, I'm still at the chicken shack.
Okay, and what time of day was that message? Did that message come through to you?
9:39 or 32 p.m.
Okay. And when you ask her what she's doing, what does she respond?
I'm actually just hanging out.
Okay. And when you ask her if she's having fun, what does she say to you?
Yeah, I just hang out with Hunter. We're done now.
And what time did she send that message?
9:51 p.m.
So now at 10:29 p.m., what does Megan say to you? Is that a blurry a little bit?
I genuinely enjoy hanging out with him.
Okay. And when you respond to her, what does she say in response at 10:30 p.m.?
Like, I don't mind work at all. I've been at work all day. Yeah, no, I really like being around him.
Okay. And then when you say, that's awesome, I'm glad you like your job, what does she say in response to you?
I left and came back after they closed just to see him.
Okay. I'm trying to make this not. Is that better? Huh? Okay, I don't know if I can make it better than that. Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, we're at around 10:40 p.m., and you're asking if it was just Hunter, and what does Megan say in response?
His dad was in the back with him, and I chilled up front.
Okay. And then what does she say in response, or regarding Hunter and his dad?
Him and his dad went to go to church with them on Sunday.
Okay. And then what do you suggest to her in response to that?
I say you could bring Evelyn.
Okay. And what does Megan say?
I used to take her to church with Caleb. His dad was like, you can come to church with us Sunday. And Hunter was like, yeah. And we'd go to that barbecue place you like and get food after. I feel kind of bad. He's not a bad guy. And I was like, he's so weird.
And on this message, let's see if we can see it okay, is she continuing to talk about Hunter?
Yeah, she says, yes, his dad likes me a lot. I'm the only person on overtime.
Okay. When you respond about getting hours at work, what does she say in response to you?
Literally this morning, I wasn't supposed to go in until 10, and I went in at 6. Hunter called me and was like, do you want me to come in? I'm here. And I was like, sure. I'm going to the shack at 4:30 in the morning to help him open. I've not had a male friend I've actually enjoyed just like hanging out with in so long.
Okay. And has she indicated to you that during all these hours that she's working that her grandmother is keeping Evelyn?
No.
Okay. Okay, so when you say that's so early, does Megan respond to you?
Says even if he does attempt to hit on me, sometimes I brush it off. It's fine. I'm just so genuinely content. I literally don't even mind. That's when he's gonna get there. Is that bad?
Okay, and then you say, let's hope he gets the hint. What did you mean by that at that point?
I guess.
If you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. What does she say in response to you?
Like, not even an, oh, I like him, content. I'm just content and happy around him. That sounds weird, but I am.
Okay. And then what do you say in response?
But if you don't mind and have someone watch Evelyn, then definitely go for it.
The same conversation is still continuing, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're at 10:57 p.m. now, is that right? Okay. Are you okay? Okay. And then what does Megan say?
I was so fucking cranky when I came in, I won't lie. And it was like I felt better immediately being around him. My grandma was like, you just want to date him. And I was like, no, woman.
Okay, and you responded to her that he seems like a nice Southern guy. And what did Megan say in response to you?
My grandma's keeping her overnight for two nights and all day. He's a pretty good guy. Like I said, I'm just so content around him.
Okay. And when you say that's good, how does Megan respond to you?
Like I worked from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and came back at 7 to 9:30. I literally just didn't mind. I washed dishes and helped him clean for a little bit. And the only time I left was to go get him.
Okay. Last one for this. Actually, there's two more. Sorry. When you tell her we all need good people to be around, what does she say in response to you?
Yeah, he just makes me happy. I don't know. I enjoy our friendship a lot.
And you respond, and then how does she respond to you?
I didn't even care though. It didn't feel that long.
And the last page of this conversation, starting about 10:59 p.m. What does Megan say to you at that time?
It's 11 and I have to go. I have to be back at work at 4:30 and I'm watching TikToks. I'll be there from 4:30 a.m. until like 8 at night or later.
Okay, and you said, OMG, and how did she respond?
I don't even mind whatsoever.
Okay. At any time during that conversation, did she ever indicate that Evelyn was with her?
She said that Evelyn was with her grandma.
I'm sorry. I'm going to pass you another document for you to take a look at. Take your time. Have you had a chance to look at that one? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you recognize that?
Uh-huh.
What is it?
It's text messages between me and Megan.
Okay. On what date?
December 6th, 2019 at 9:10 a.m.
Okay. And is that a fair and accurate depiction of the conversation you had with her by text message that day?
Mm-hmm.
Your Honor, we'd like to ask that to be admitted as the next exhibit, number 71.
The objection?
Thank you. Permission to publish? Bailey, again, we're going to go through this just like we did the other ones. You said this started on about 9:10 on December 6, 2019. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And what does Megan say to you regarding her work?
I'm leaving at 11 and coming back at 12, so come by before then.
Okay. And you said okay, then what does she say?
JK, I'm leaving at 10:44, 45.
Okay. Was that you were going to go by and visit her? Is that what that conversation?
I guess.
Okay. I know some time has passed. I was just curious. Okay. So at 11:19 a.m., what does Megan say to you?
I'm back now. I left again, but I'm with Hunter.
Okay. The same day, around 5:30 p.m., what do you say to Megan?
What are you doing?
And what does she say?
Chilling with Hunter still?
Okay, so just quickly, I'm going to go back. Okay. Okay, that's okay. And then what does she say at 7:21 p.m.?
I'm going to Hunter's house. Wish me luck.
Okay. And then same day, 11:30 p.m. What does Megan say to you?
I'm home now. I was over there for hours. Holy shit. We just talked. It was nice.
Okay. At any time during that conversation, did she mention that she had Evelyn with her? Did she mention where Evelyn was?
No.
I'm going to pass you another document, and it's about 8 pages. If you could just take a look at it, try to keep it in order if you can. Okay. Do you recognize that?
Yes.
Okay. What is it?
Text messages between me and Megan.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to speak up just a little bit
That's
so we can
fine.
all hear you. You said it was text messages between you and Megan.
Yes.
Okay. On what date?
December 7th, 2019
Okay.
at 12:16 a.m.
Okay. And is that a fair and accurate representation of your conversation with Megan on December 7th, 2019?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, we'd ask that to be admitted as Exhibit 72.
Yeah. Before the exhibit 7.
This one's a little bit harder to read because it's a lot of text on one page. So I may zoom in and then we can zoom back out, okay? Okay. So it looks like you started by asking Megan a question. Is that right?
Yeah, I said, how was everything?
Okay. And how does she respond to you?
Good. I'm only coming in work for a little bit today, but on Monday, come back and see me. I love you. And have a good day at school. Also, Hunter is going to be there after 1, so that's probably when I'll come. So you should stop by then if you do come today, because it's very awkward. Him being like, don't charge them because even employees don't get free stuff. And I know this one chick doesn't like me because of it. Like yesterday, she was bitching about him getting to leave to go do business stuff, and then I left with him twice, and she was obviously pissed when I got back.
Okay. I'm going to try to, let's see. And what does she, there we go. What does she say after that message that you just read?
I just feel bad because I know there's like 2 people who don't like me because of it, and it makes me feel like a piece of crap.
Okay. The same conversation's continuing at 3:43. Is that right? On December 7th. And okay, so what does Megan tell you at 3:43 p.m. on December 7th?
I'm riding around. Want me to pick you up?
Okay, and what do you say?
I'm getting food with Cameron.
Okay, and what does she say?
I can wait if you're busy.
Okay. She indicated any time that Evelyn is with her, either on those messages or verbally to you in a different way that day?
No.
Okay, so 3:49 p.m., what does she say to you?
Okay, I'm driving. I can't text 1 sec.
Okay. And then you say okay, and how does she respond?
Where am I meeting you?
Okay. And what do you say?
We're about to leave the Bojangles in Piney Flats.
And what do you say? I'm sorry, what does Megan say in response to you?
I'll meet you there.
Okay. Still on December 7th. I'm going to probably zoom this one in too, just in case there's jurors who can't see it in their monitors. Okay. 4:08 p.m. What does Megan say to you?
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
And then you responded. No, how did you respond?
Okay, I'm sorry. It'll be like 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay. And what does Megan say in response to you?
It's okay. Take your time. Thank you. It's just me. Evelyn's with Ethan's grandma.
Okay. And had you ever known Megan to leave Evelyn with Ethan's grandparents prior to when she says it this moment? Okay, you'll have to answer verbally.
Oh, sorry. No.
Okay. That's okay. Okay. And then do you recall getting this screenshot from Megan at 5:09 p.m. that day?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know what that was regarding, that screenshot?
It was regarding a movie that
Okay.
they were going to go see.
Okay. When you say they, who are you talking about?
Hunter and Megan.
Okay. And so that's essentially the movie times that they were looking at, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And the movie is Dark Waters?
Yes.
Okay. And then you respond with a question mark to her. And what does Megan say to you?
I got no context other than that.
Okay. And then she then explains, I guess she realizes what it is. What does she say?
Oh, it's a movie.
And what do you say to her?
Is he asking to go watch it with you?
And then what does Megan say?
Yeah.
And then what do you say?
Are you going to do it?
And how does she respond?
Yeah.
Is it your understanding at this point that are they or are they not in a relationship at this point? I'm asking if she knows.
She can answer if she knows.
Yeah.
Both of you, yeah. Go ahead.
To your knowledge, was Megan in a relationship with Hunter at this point?
I'm not too sure. At a certain point in my mind, they were in a relationship.
Okay. So your answer is you weren't sure at this point? Okay. All right. So December 7th at 5:17, we're continuing on with that same conversation. What does Megan say in regards to the movie?
He didn't even ask. He just wanted a time.
Okay. And what did you say?
Could have left him on red or made up an excuse.
Okay. And what does Megan say in response to that?
I like hanging out with him. It just threw me off guard.
Okay. And then you say that would catch me off guard too. And how does Megan respond to you?
Everyone that works with us keeps asking me if we're together, and when I say no, they don't bail. And like this one girl was like, "I'll go with you all then," and I was like, "Bitch, I don't care."
Okay. So that's what IDC is. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. Okay. So same day at 8:04 p.m. What do you ask her?
How was the movie?
And how does she respond?
It was fine.
Okay. And you asked, didn't you enjoy it? And what does she say?
The movie was just kind of long. I liked getting to see him.
Okay. Passing you 3 pages. Take a moment to see if you recognize this.
Yeah, I recognize it.
Okay. What is it?
Text messages between me and Megan.
Okay. On what date?
December 8th, 2019 at 11:53 p.m.
Okay. And is that a fair and accurate representation of your conversation on December 8th, 2019?
Yes.
We'd offer that as exhibit number 73.
No objection.
We'll get it 73.
Permission to publish, Your Honor. Okay, so around 1:53 p.m. on December 8th, you ask her, what are you up to? And what does she say?
I'm with Maddie's brother
Okay, and you say, where are you? And what does she say?
at the chicken shack.
And then you ask her if she's working, and what does she say?
No, we're not open. They're just working on stuff right now.
Okay, and you ask her it's closed today, right? And what does Megan say?
I'm just chilling.
Okay. And then you say not with Hunter? And then how does she respond?
No, he's here.
Okay. Did she indicate to you in text message or in another way that day where Evelyn was? Okay. I'll pass you 2 pages. Same thing, take a look at it and see if you recognize it.
I do recognize it.
Okay, what is it?
Text messages between me and Megan.
Okay, what's the date for those messages?
December 13th, 2019 at 3:56 p.m.
Okay, and is that a fair and accurate representation of your conversation with Megan Boswell on December 13th, 2019?
Yes.
We'd offer that as exhibit number 74, please.
No objection.
Full exhibit 7.
Permission to publish. Sorry. Okay, so this looks like Megan is sending you a few messages on December 13th. Can you read us the messages out loud, please?
His dad drove his car to work because his dad has a flat tire. I left his house early, and this was what he sent me when he finally woke up.
Okay, and what did she say after that?
It wasn't anything like good morning. It was get out out of the Lexus and come scoop.
Okay. Is she indicating that they spent the night together, or do you know?
I don't remember.
Okay. So on December 13th at 5:06, what does she say?
Will you ride around with me?
Okay. And then what did she say after that?
I'm upsetty spaghetti.
Okay. Okay, and then you respond to her. What do you say to her?
Hey, I'm sorry. I had my notifications turned off from Messenger. I'm out with Cameron right now. I'm sorry. What's wrong?
And what does she say?
It's skit. I'm so ducking irritated.
Okay. Is it skit another, what does that mean, if you know?
I don't know.
Okay, and
It might
it's
have been a
fine.
typo. I'm not too sure.
Okay. Okay. So we'll stop on the messages for a few minutes. So in these messages, Megan told you that Evelyn was with her grandmother. Is that right?
Yes.
And she told you that Evelyn was with Ethan's grandmother. Is that right?
Yes.
Did she ever tell you anything different than those two things about where Evelyn was?
Sometime around that time, she had told me that Ethan came back from Army leave and that like he was going to see her for the week because he was back in town, and then he ended up filing for emergency custody for her, and then within that time period, he like had emergency custody and they were supposed to go to court and stuff over it, and then at that point like he had emergency custody and then they had shared custody and then then they had shared custody.
Okay, so it sounds like this was more than one conversation. Is that fair?
Yeah, it was within, all of this was between December and January.
Okay. When you had these conversations with her, did she seem sad?
Not particularly.
Did she seem worried about Evelyn?
No.
Did she seem scared in any way?
No.
What was her demeanor during any of these conversations?
It was just always matter of fact and like the answer, just that was the answer.
Okay, let's see. A few more messages. I believe it's about 4 pages. Take a look at that and let me know if you recognize that.
Yeah, I recognize it.
Okay. And what is it?
Text messages between me and Megan on December 14th,
Okay.
2019 at 1:09 p.m.
Okay. And is that a fair and accurate representation of the conversation you had with Megan on December 14th, 2019?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, we'd ask that be made exhibit number 75.
Objection.
No, sir.
The full exhibit 75.
Well, I'm waiting for that document to come back. When she was telling you about this emergency custody, did she ever show you any paperwork or anything
No.
confirming that had actually happened? Any court paperwork or anything?
No, she
Okay.
didn't.
Permission to publish, Your Honor. Try to make this one a little bit bigger for the jurors. Okay, so on December 14th at 1:09 p.m., what does Megan say to you?
I'm going to go ahead and head your way. Take your time. I'm just sad without Evelyn, knowing what Ethan's done, and I hate going home, seeing her stuff there and not her, you know.
Okay, and how do you respond?
Okay, I just got out of the shower, but I need to get dressed and everything.
Okay, and what does Megan say?
It'll be a second before I'm there. Like I said, take your time. I'm just avoiding going home. Like I was fine before. It just hurts knowing I can't see her, then having to look at her stuff.
Okay. And then about 10 minutes later, what does she say to you?
Yeah, Birch is here.
Okay, and then what do you say?
I'm sorry, I'm about to be ready.
Okay. Prior to this text conversation, had she told you where Evelyn was? Other than what we talked, has it changed at all?
During that time, all of it kind of morphs together, so I can't say for sure. But during that time, it was around the time that she said that Ethan had gotten emergency custody.
Okay. Did she say when she was going to be able to see Evelyn again?
She said that the court date was going to be in January of 2020.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're still getting ready while she's waiting for you. And then at 1:31 p.m., what does she say in response to you?
It's okay, take your time. Like I said, it's better than me being home.
Before we go further on that, did she ever indicate, other than what she said about not wanting to be there, about why she didn't want to be home at that time?
That was around the time that she was saying that she didn't want to see Evelyn's stuff because it made her sad.
Okay. Okay, so on December 14th at 8:09 p.m., what does Megan say to you?
I'm getting a hotel tonight. I don't want to go home. Would you stay with me tonight?
And then what do you say?
Can you not spend the night with Hunter?
And what does Megan say?
I just don't want to right now. Long story.
Okay. And then at 8:31 p.m., what does she say to you? Continuing essentially the same conversation.
Hunter is sweet and all, but I'm upset over Evelyn, and I just don't want to be all lovey and happy right now.
And then what do you say?
Yeah, I understand that you were happy to see him, but was it too much? What hotel are you at?
And what does Megan say?
I was excited to see him, but now I'm just not in the mood.
And you'd asked her which hotel she was at, and what did she say?
Econo Lodge.
Okay. And then did she say, just read us the last two messages if you don't mind.
Well, right now he started hugging me and stuff, and I just have a lot on my mind. I don't want to be all like I think I upset him when I left, but I didn't mean to.
Okay. And did you, in fact, go to the Econo Lodge that night with Megan?
Yeah, we went there and spent the night with each other.
Okay. And how was she behaving that night?
Just kind of tired and dissociated. As soon as we got there, she pretty much just went to sleep.
Okay. You said dissociated. What do you mean by that?
Just normally, it's very talkative and, carrying conversation, but that time it was just kind of she didn't really say much, and then she just kind of went to bed, and then I stayed up a little bit later.
Okay. Did she seem upset?
Not upset, tired and kind of out of it.
Okay. Was she crying?
No.
Okay. Did she seem worried?
No.
Did she seem scared?
No.
Okay. How long do you think you hung out that night?
Not long. We went to sleep pretty much not too far after getting there.
Okay. Did that surprise you?
Yeah.
And why did that surprise you?
That was the first time that we ever spent the night with each other, so I was kind of expecting us to, hang out, but she just kind of went to sleep shortly after we got there.
Okay. And then the next morning, did you talk at all that next morning?
Yeah, she got us pals, and then we quickly separated after we woke up.
Okay. Did she tell you what she was going to be doing that day?
She said that she was going to go hang out with Hunter.
Did she mention Evelyn that morning?
Not that I recall.
Okay. I'm going to hand you 2 pages. Same thing. Just take a look and see if you can identify it.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
These are text messages between me and Megan.
Okay. What's the date on those?
December 15th, 2019 at 5:26 p.m.
Okay. Is that a fair and accurate representation of your conversation with her on that date?
Yes.
Your Honor, we'd like to ask for that to be made exhibit number 77.
Any objection? No.
I'm sorry, 76. I apologize.
76.
I'm sorry.
Exhibit 76.
Permission to publish. Okay. So this is the next day, is that right, from the conversation we just looked at?
Yes.
Okay. And what does Megan say to you at 5:26 p.m.?
Do you want to get dinner with me?
And what does she say next?
I want Olive Garden.
Okay. And then you respond to her, and then who does she say she's with at 5:31 p.m.?
I'm with Hunter right now.
Okay. And then she sends you one more message that date at 5:35. What does she say?
I'll let you know when I'm not at Hunter's. My car is at the shack and I'm at his house.
Okay.
We approach.
Go ahead, Jim.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, so at this point, Megan has been telling you Evelyn's not been with her for a couple of weeks. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember when Megan moved out of the trailer that she was living in with Evelyn?
I don't remember her directly moving out, but I remember her staying with Hunter.
Okay. How often was she staying with Hunter?
Oh, I couldn't say.
Okay. Was she telling you this, or how did you know this?
One time, I think she picked me up from Hunter's, or I picked her up from Hunter's, but I saw her leaving Hunter's, and then she was telling me that she was staying with him and stuff.
Okay. Was she still staying at her trailer, or do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. And do you remember going to Knoxville with Megan in December to visit your friend that had a baby?
Yes.
And what was that friend's name?
Audrey.
Okay. And did you and Megan ride together?
Yeah, we both went together.
Okay. And was Evelyn with you?
No, she wasn't.
Okay. How was Megan acting that day?
Just speculation.
I'm not asking for speculation. I'm asking how Megan was behaving.
Rephrase.
Okay. What was her demeanor like?
It seemed kind of all over the place and like erratic. She kept repeating herself and kept saying that she loved us while we were there visiting Audrey.
Okay. Was that how she normally behaved?
No.
You consider that out of character?
Yeah.
Do you
All right.
I'm going to pass you one page. Take a moment to look at it. And let me know, do you recognize that?
Yes.
What is, okay, what is it?
It's text with me and Megan on December 23rd, 2019 at 4:44 p.m.
Okay, and is that a fair and accurate representation of your conversation with Megan on that date?
Yes.
Your Honor, we'd ask that be admitted as exhibit number 77.
Before we did 77. What date was that? 12?
December 23rd.
Right.
Permission to publish. Okay, I'm going to blow this one up too because it looks a little bit smaller. Okay. So on December 23rd at 4:44 p.m., where does Megan say that she is at?
I'm at Ethan's grandparents with him.
Okay. And then what do you say to Megan?
OMG, how's that? You with Evelyn? Are you with Evelyn?
Okay, so you're essentially asking her if Evelyn is with her. Okay, and what does she say?
Yes, and good.
Okay. And then jump to the bottom. You ask her a question at 4:45 p.m. What do you say to her?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
At 4:45 p.m., what do you say to Megan?
Also, please send pictures of Evelyn. I miss her.
And what does Megan say to you?
I will in a second.
Okay. Did Megan send pictures of Evelyn that day?
No.
Bailey, do you need a minute? Okay. Do you have water? Okay. There's tissues up there if you need them, okay?
See that?
Bailey, you want to take a break, or do you think you can go on for a few minutes? We can do either one.
Sorry, I guess I can continue.
One stand, please.